Yes, Andy. Beautiful. You're always hungry now. That's the right idea. That means you are in a calorie deficit and that you're going to see some results, baby. And that you're probably already seeing those results. Yeah, absolutely. Feeling a little bit hungry now. Yeah, because you're in a calorie deficit. Anyways, guys, this is Patrick Franz. We do physical and financial fitness in the mornings here in my garage where we talk about how to get physically more healthy and financially more wealthy. And today we're talking about what we consume, or as Andy's saying, what we're not consuming. But we're going to see those results, aren't we? Oh, yes. So today we're talking about what we're consuming, and what we consume depicts where we end up in a few short years, 1 or 2 years' time. What you're consuming physically, what you're consuming mentally can put you in a different place. That's for sure. I need my toast and marmalade. It's only a 60-day six-pack challenge now. A 60-day six-pack challenge where we really have to push ourselves, Andy, for the 60 days. And then after that, we can relax a little bit and do what's called maintenance phase. But it is 60 days of, yes, getting down to the nitty-gritty, getting down to the grind, getting rid of the addictions that food create. You're going to start to break some addictions because, believe it or not, a lot of the feeling of hunger is not because we really need the food. The feeling of hunger is because of addiction. So, if you've ever been a cigarette smoker, right, people feel the hunger sensation when they need a cigarette. And that is the withdrawal of the addiction. So, when we start having sugar withdrawals and food addiction withdrawals, it's tough to get through. But once we've got through those withdrawals and once we've got through those addictions, it's a hell of a lot easier to maintain a better diet and to maintain a better body weight. Are you seeing some major change, man? I weighed 165.5 pounds today. 165.5. I started out at 172, 171.9. So we're in day, oh goodness, man. Is it day 19 or 20? Was it Friday? We're in day 19, I think. Let's see. Monday to Sunday, 7. Monday to Sunday, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, we're in day 19, man. So we're in day 19 of the 60-day six-pack challenge. Hey, NJ, what's up, girlfriend? How you doing? Good to see yous. Good to see yous. I am walking, and actually I may not walk, man, because my knee is really bothering me, but I am going to play 18 holes of golf this afternoon. I am going to play some golf this afternoon, so I'm not going to crush a nasty powerlifting bodybuilding workout this morning. You guys know I don't like to lift super heavy when I'm going to go play golf, but I can't keep using that as an excuse because as summer approaches, guess what? As summer approaches, I play a lot more golf. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be using things as an excuse, right? So we're not going to go sissy mode today. We are going to do a workout. I promise you that. But it's not going to be a crazy powerlifting bodybuilding workout today because I want to be able to swing the club later. Yeah. NJ, it's good to have you. Now, Andy's like, not really, but I am way more conscious of what I'm eating. Of course you are. That's some part of the change there is just being conscious of what you're putting in your mouth. That's a beautiful thing, Andy. Definitely a beautiful thing. But it's good to see change happening. And it's good to see that I'm helping to change people's mindsets. Because, as we know, what we consume um, sure as hell has a lot to do with what happens as far as outcomes. So, what we're consuming as far as fuel for our body, is going to create the outcome, right? So if we eat really shitty foods and we overeat and sugary stuff and like that for a long enough time, you start to gain weight, you get fat, right? No trucks, thank God. Finishing up your run about 5 minutes from home now. Awesome. Not getting hit today. Beautiful. No getting hit by trucks today. Awesome, NJ. I'm glad that you're on this kick with us. I'm glad you're doing your exercising and your running. Um, Andy, good friend and colleague of mine, Andy is also doing some stuff with me, kind of like following along the train with me. And he's starting to see some amazing results already. Guys, we're only in day 19 of a 60-day challenge. So we're about 25% of the way through, or maybe 30% of the way through this thing. Okay. Day 19 of a 60-day challenge. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting excited for the end result. Things tend to compound. So, as things tend to compound, guys, you don't see any result the first week. You start to feel and see some really good results the second and third week. Then what do we think happens week 4, 5, and 6? In the 60-day challenge, your body continues to get a faster metabolism. Your body continues to burn more fat. You're continuing to be in that little miniature calorie deficit. You're eating more protein than your body really needs to repair all of its muscles and all of its fibers from your 5-day workouts, 5 day a week workouts. So when you have a higher protein intake, guys, which is, listen, 1 gram of protein per body weight, minimum. Think about that. Okay. 1 gram of protein per day in your diet per pound of body weight. Now, I weighed 165 pounds this morning. So I would have 165 grams of protein in my diet. That would be the marker. Yesterday I had 210 grams of protein. So higher protein, lower sugars, lower carbs. 5 days a week workout. Keep pushing. Don't mess your diet up too much. You're gonna slip here or there. I get it, but you gotta stay mentally committed, and it's the mental commitment that'll make you get through it. And then by the time we get to the 60th day, who knows how much compounding and how much change will happen in the last week of the 60-day challenge. So, anyways, that's what I'm loving, guys. That's what I'm loving is I'm starting to feel a little bit lighter. I'm starting to feel a little bit more energetic in that. And we are seeing some results. We are seeing some results. But look, it's not where we want it to be yet. But we're only in day 19 of a 60-day six-pack challenge. So we're gonna see if this old man can have a shredded six-pack by day 60, not by day 19. All right, you guys got it. But I'm interested to see when YouTube's gonna take me out of jail too, because like literally no strangers at all pop on this live. So YouTube's not showing my live to anybody anymore. But I sure am glad that I still have my good, true peeps, Andy, NJ, and of course there's gonna be some other people on. Hey Andy, you know who's been dissing me lately is Dexter, man. Dexter was all hot and heavy. You know how that is? He was all hot and heavy. He was on the live every morning, and then all of a sudden, and he was pulling up. Remember, he'd pull up to my house and come in. He was all excited, come in here and try to be a part of the live. And he don't even show up anymore. It's classic. Yeah, he was here. He popped in a little bit for yesterday, but it's so funny. I think since YouTube's not showing my live to anybody, then probably it's not reminding my homies that I'm on either. So anyway, uh, I think Bethany is kicking us all in the rear. Bethany is doing really good, brother. She really is. And guess what, Andy? If it makes you feel any better, guess what Bethany was saying last night, man? After we ate dinner, and we were able to eat this little sweet tooth dessert that we made that was not much, but it hit the spot when you're not doing sweets, it really hit the spot. We made these little tiny cookies like this big that were protein cookies. But anyway, um, and I can only have 4 of them. I could have like 4 little quarter-size cookies or whatever. But dude, it was better than nothing. But the idea is, dude, she last night was saying how hungry she felt after we ate dinner and a little bit of dessert. She said, "Dang, I still feel hungry." Right? So this is a good thing. So we're not starving ourselves, dude. If you're eating 2,000 calories in a day, let me tell you something, that's plenty enough fuel for your body. So if you eat 2,000 calories in a day and you just ate dinner 15 minutes ago and you still feel hungry, I want to let you know that it has nothing to do with hunger. This is your withdrawals. This is your body acting like you're a cigarette smoker who hasn't had a cigarette in a couple hours. This is your body acting like, because we have sugar addictions, guys. We're so used to it that we don't feel like we're addicted to anything because we go about our daily lives eating all this sugar, eating all this bad stuff. And what happens is your body gets used to it. So you don't even know that you feel like shit. Crazy. So yeah, after you start to make these changes, your body will, in the first 2-3 weeks, the first 2-3 weeks are always the hardest. They say it's 21 days to make or break a habit, or an addiction. It usually is 21 days it takes. I don't know if you guys have heard that before. That's true psychological stuff. 21 days to make or break a habit. Okay. So it means you have to stick to something new for 21 days with consistency before it can become a habit. And you also have to stick to something to get away from it. You have to be away from it for 21 days for it to become easier. So in the first 21 days of a diet is the hardest part. Your body is getting rid of the toxins, your body's getting rid of these addictions, and basically you're coming off of a heavy addiction, even though it's not cigarettes or not alcohol or not drugs or something that we really tend to think of addiction with. But sugar is a hell of a drug. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't show anyone's comments or who's on here. I know. Well, there's only two of you on here right now from my point of view. It's Andy and NJ, and it only says two people are on here right now. So it is pretty wild what's happening to the YouTube. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with it, but who am I to care? Anyways, YouTube's having its issues or whatever. Oh, you know what? I think my little cameraman finally died. I haven't charged it in a while. Yes, my skinless chicken thigh dinner was so good. Hey, this is the thing I use, by the way, guys. See this thing? It's kind of cool. This thing here, you just plop it like it magnets to the top of my tripod, boop, and then this thing turns while I'm walking around. So that's my cameraman people always ask me about, but I forgot to charge it. So now it ain't gonna follow me around none. All right, so Andy, are you working out today, or are you already doing business, or are you doing some exercise with me here this morning, or did you already do your exercise? Curious, let me know. Curious if you're exercising with me, Andy. We got NJ's probably just right now getting home from her run. So NJ went on a run. I wish I could run, NJ. My right knee is so bad. It has no cartilage. The bones are so bad that when I'm walking down the stairs every single day, 10 times a day in my house, every step I take down the stairs, you hear my right knee popping. The bones are all thrashed in there. But following up from the webinar today, are you exercising or you already did? Oh, you already did. Okay. Because I was gonna do a full body. I was gonna do this little full body workout. Yeah, it sucks, NJ. I've had 3 surgeries on it. It's lame. In matter of fact, check this out. I found these when I was going through all the stuff, NJ. When I was going through all the stuff that I have in the garage and everything like that. Let me show you something crazy. This is pretty wild. But like, there's my knee. This is my knee here. And this dark thing right here is a giant hole that they drilled through my leg this way, and they put that new ACL tendon. There's the screw right there. There's the screw that is to hold your new ACL tendon inside your knee. And yeah, it's pretty bad. This is how bad the cartilage was. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look, see this missing piece right here? See that missing piece right there? That's the bottom of the ball joint of my femur bone that was broken. And, it was bad. So, anyways, I found these old pictures of my very first knee surgery when I really busted my knee pretty good. And, yeah, it ain't good. It ain't good. So, I had 3 surgeries on it. Yep, I just heard my sister has to have both knees replaced. I don't know if it's kneecaps. I don't know if it's a kneecap they're replacing. But if she has to have a knee replacement, yes, Aunt Jan, Aunt John, my Aunt Jan, her name's Jan. My aunt just had her, oh, kneecaps. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of kneecaps being replaced. I've heard of people needing a knee replacement, which is normally the ball joint of the knee. But hey, either way, needing anything replaced is not good. Needing anything replaced is not good. That's scary, dang. Yeah, you had surgery on your ankle? Yeah. Yep. It's all good though, right? It's what happens. Our bodies are pretty fragile, and younger years we tend to like not think about that whatsoever. So I was extremely into athletics and sports and played everything and jumped off of roofs and you name it. One plate. Oh, you got one plate and six screws in your ankle. Oh wow. Damn. Broke that ankle pretty good then, didn't you? Holy smokes. All right. So the coffee's just starting to hit me up. That's a good thing. Coffee is starting to get to me now and it's waking me up a little bit. Today was a rough morning, man. My wifey's Bethany's still in bed. We stayed up a little bit too late last night watching some show that Bethany had us watching. And uh oh man, my legs are so tight from walking golf too. We got a late night last night. didn't follow our protocol of when we should be going to bed and the proper amount of sleep we should be getting, and that's a good part of your exercise program and diet, right? Is sleep, and we messed that one up last night. So I did not want to get out of bed and do this, so I'm getting a kind of a slow start to it, and my legs are so sore from walking 18 holes on Wednesday. But let's talk about this. Let's talk a little bit about what we're consuming. Even the shows, like when I was watching that show last night that we got stuck watching. I was watching that show with Bethany, and she knows a lot of times I'm always saying, "Why do we have to watch just pure junk?" You know, it's nothing. It's just pure, clown entertainment. So I get it. Sometimes you have to let your mind free and you have to stop thinking about things and you need to release and you need to kind of, you know what I mean? Just fully detach. I get that. But the problem with that is that also becomes addicting, and that's not a good thing to be doing, is always be detached. So I'm always trying to watch things that are educational. I know I'm weird, but when I turn the television on, I want it to tell me a vision of something where I learn something about something, or I get, more intelligent about something, or something like that. At least that's where I am now in my old crotchety years. But that's the facts, Jack. So, what are we consuming, you guys? What are we consuming mentally and what are we consuming physically? These are two important things that people take very much for granted. We've already been seeing, right? Andy, NJ, Bethany, myself, we've already been seeing that. Let's see, these are about the right distance. We've already been seeing that just based on 19 days of consuming some better foods and not as much food, that we can see some major changes. So think about that, which is it's pretty wild. If in 19 days we can already see some pretty good change, and then I'm challenging to see where we're all going to be after the end of 60 days. It's going to be amazing, right? We're going to see some great transformation because we really concentrated on that transformation and we really focused on that transformation. We made some commitments and we made some sacrifices and we did some things we didn't quite like, and we did some things that were just a little bit out of our comfort zone. Okay. And we did that for 60 days only, and we'll see amazing physical change. It's wild. Okay. That's pretty fast. I know people want this immediate change these days. People want immediate. But it's not, everything doesn't happen immediately as we want it to happen. But boy, oh boy, 60 days, we're already seeing good change physically in 19 days. And here we have 60 days. Dude, I can't wait to see what everybody's all about in 60 days, the results we've gotten. Now, but let's talk about the, you know what, let me get a lighter. I think I will get about 25, let's say 30 pounds. 25s, 30s. Okay. So let's talk about what we're consuming, guys, because I know Andy's all into it, right? Bethany's on here. The food is the most important thing that makes drastic change with me because I'm a food addict. And like in going to an AA meeting, um, let's see here, there. I think we're gonna just do a little bit of circuit stuff today, guys. We're gonna bust a little kind of full body circuit workout. I'll stick this. Oops, I knocked my coffee over. I'm gonna stick this over here, and we'll do some sort of like a full body circuit workout. And my whole point today is to get my body going for golf and not get my elbows or my triceps or my biceps or anything too tore up. It fully messes with your golf swing. It really does. The day of now. Um, so let's talk about what we're consuming, the dieting, and how Bethany and I work on getting through it using the MyFitnessPal app. And so you guys might want to do this, right? So the consumption of the food. And by the way, Andy, the reason why I wanted to see if you were going to work out today is I don't know if you have something to hang on, if you can hang on something. Obviously, I have this bar right here because I screwed this little pulley machine I have, right? I screwed that to the wall here, and I have this little bar I can hang on. But if you got something that you can hang on, my dad used to, in St. Louis, Missouri, my dad used to just hang on the rafters outside the house, the rafters of the house, right? But if you can hang on something, then you could do this whole workout that I'm going to do. So what I did too, here, let me just show you guys. So Andy, and for you, NJ too, but this is, Andy's trying to get in, he got himself some dumbbells. And so if you got some dumbbells, you can do what I'm doing today, okay? So these are going to be my power block, my little power block dumbbells. These little power block dumbbells, they're adjustable, but I have them set at 25 pounds right now, right? But a regular set of dumbbells, a set of 15-pound dumbbells, or 20-pound dumbbells, any of that will work, okay? So say you've got yourself a set of 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, however strong you are. Let's say you can only do, let's put this right here. Let's say that you can only do 10-pound dumbbells or 5-pound dumbbells. It doesn't really matter, okay? It doesn't really matter. So, here you go. Then I bought these things, and you can get these things for like probably 40 bucks on Amazon, I think, something like that. But they're these guys here, which are sort of these, I don't know, handstand things, I guess you can call them, but certainly not very expensive. And so that's my whole workout today, is what we're going to do is we're going to go through like a little circuit. And the circuit is, we're going to do these full body kind of clean and press with the dumbbells. Then we're going to go straight to doing 10 push-ups on these things. Then we're going to go hang on the bar and do 10 leg raises for our abs. Then we're going to go back down to the dumbbells. And when we hit the dumbbells, we're going to do another set of 10 sort of clean and presses. I'll show you that. And we're going to do some 10 push-ups. Then we're going to do 10 leg raises of abs. Then we're going to go back and we're going to do, and so we'll try to repeat that circuit a little bit. I'll be getting a little out of breath. Oh boy, I'll need a nap afterwards. Yeah, probably. Yeah, me too, dude. Me too, dude. But that's what we're going to do today. So in the meantime, we're going to talk about the consumption of things. And what we want to talk about right now real quick, guys, because it's really working out for us, it's having a great effect, is the consumption of the food while we're in this 60-day six-pack challenge. It's only 60 days where we're making this huge food sacrifice, right? But this MyFitnessPal app, there's a free version of it, and then there's a paid version of it. The free version of it, well, it's free. The paid version of it, I don't think it's that much money per month. It's not too much money. The paid version, $6.99 or $9.99 a month or whatever it is. So you can decide to have the free version or the paid version. The reason I use it is because we just put the foods in there. And when we put the foods that we're eating in there, it breaks down the calories and the macronutrients of the food. MyFitnessPal is a very smart app. So you can almost type a food in there or scan a barcode and these kinds of things. And it knows exactly the macronutrients of the food you're eating. So how much fat, how much sugar, how much protein is in that food, and what's the calories in that food. And because I can see, I'm probably not going to be able to see this very well when I do these circuits. I'm going to turn the TV on and get a screen share going over here just in case you guys talk and I can't see it. But so MyFitnessPal app, we put our foods in there, right? And what you can do is the day before, you can actually pre-plan what you're going to eat the following day, and you can place that food strategically in the app, and then you can make adjustments based on how you want the day to go. And if you have a sweet tooth at night and you like me, you like to have like a tiny dessert or some sort of sweet tooth thing at night, we're putting all that in the app so that you're making sure that how much of that dessert can you have after you've eaten that food that day. So you want to try to hit the certain amount of calories and a certain amount of protein, and you want to cut back on the sugars and the carbs. And that is going to be kind of what I'm doing over the 60-day challenge. I'm trying to hit 2,000 calories a day. This is for me, for my goals, for my body weight. Andy, you're going to be extraordinarily similar, buddy, because we're about very similar size and body weight. But so for me and Andy, 2,000 calories a day is where we're trying to stay at maximum. If you go over to 2,100 or if you're under at 1,900 or whatever, that'll fluctuate a little bit throughout 60 days. You won't hit 2,000 calories perfect all the time. But somewhere hovering around 2,000 calories, we try not to go over. If you accidentally go over a little bit, it's okay. I don't ever want to go over 2,100 calories if I can prevent it. And then I can go as low as 1,800 calories. This is kind of as low as I want to go. But so let's say 2,000 calories in a day. And then out of those 2,000 calories you're consuming, I'm trying to hit 200 grams of protein. And you'll see just by doing that, just by eating 2,000 calories that includes 200 grams of protein, you're going to see that your diet would have to change fairly drastically from what it was before the challenge. And if we can do that, you will start to see the body fat decrease at the same time that you maintain or gain muscle tone. If you're not getting the proper amount of proteins and you're eating less calories and you're in a calorie deficit, both your belly and your biceps will shrink. That's not one of my goals. So, I'm talking about that consumption of the foods. And hang on, guys, 1 second. I might cut off for 2 seconds. I'm going to try to put the screen share on real quick. All right. There you go. All right, we back. We got you guys on the big screen TV just in case. In case you guys want to ask a question or chat with me, I'll be able to see it between the sets when I look back. But so that's what we're trying to do diet-wise, okay? I'm trying to do 2,000 calories a day, and I'm trying to do 200 grams of protein per day. We'll do 10 of these. Kind of working shoulders, biceps, a little bit of core, and a little bit of legs. Just what I need for today to be able to go out and golf well this afternoon and not be tight like a bodybuilder. So I'm going 2,000 calories a day, 200 grams of protein. Now, what we'll find out is that to go 2,000 calories in a day and also get 200 grams of protein in sometimes requires a little bit. I'm at 1,900 calories a day. Okay, great. And if NJ, you're still watching, Bethany's at 1,400 calories a day, 1,400 calories per day. And Bethany's trying to hit 145 grams of protein. So that's Bethany's style. For Andy and I, it would be 1,900 calories per day, 200 grams of protein. In order to do that, sometimes we need to have a supplement. And I mean like a protein shake, or like even just drinking egg whites a certain amount. But if you're low on your protein goals, you might need to supplement that with a protein shake like I do. You've seen my protein shake recipe. Or maybe egg whites. Something like that. But if you put those into the app, it will tell you how much protein you're adding with the calories. Kind of around the same, lady. That's good. Yeah, NJ, I don't know where you guys are at, but I think, Bethany, I think you're about 150 pounds, 145 pounds now, going down drastically and quickly, having progress there. And I don't know, NJ, what your weight is or your size. I don't know how tall you are. Bethany's very short. Bethany's like 5 feet tall. 5 feet tall, 152. 157 when she started. Yeah, but what were you when you very first started all this, Andy? 20 days ago. So we're already seeing progress with everyone who's doing this. It's pretty cool. And boy, it's not a trick. It's not a secret. There's not a magic formula to this, is there? We're all seeing the progress because we're all sticking to this caloric intake, the diet. We're working out 5 days a week. Oh, whew. Already starting to see the changes, aren't we? Beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So I was 172 when I started. And Bethany, you don't know because you were asleep. I weighed in and it was 165 this morning. 165. It was 166 yesterday morning and 165 today. So I was 172 down to 165. Bethany was 157 down to 152. Andy was 174 down to 170. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it, folks? And it just took some goofball like me to get my butt here down in this garage and start motivating others. Isn't that cool? About 10 of those real quick. Luckily, the push-ups are the easy thing for me these days. Didn't used to be. Didn't used to be, for sure. Got a little leg lifts. If you don't have a pull-up bar like this to hang on, there's something that you can figure out to hang on. Whether it's the rafters or in the house, or even you go on Amazon and buy yourself a little pull-up bar. I know you can get a pull-up bar for $100. Put it in the living room. Okay? Excuse me. Maybe for $100 and put it in the living room, you could have you a pull-up bar. Okay? Pull-up bar is great. Pull-ups are great. Pull-ups are difficult. But one of the things you guys can do, which is a really cool exercise. God, I feel like an old man this morning. You know that? Jeez Louise. 5'6" and 160 now, NJ. That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. We're all seeing progress. Isn't that cool? We're all seeing progress. That's awesome, NJ and Andy. Bethany's saying. Bethany's goal is to hit 135. And I believe Bethany's at what, 152 now, I heard you say? And she wants to get 135. 20 pounds. That was Bethany's goal from the beginning. And I said, look, we can do this in 60 days. This 60-day six-pack challenge, we can do this. And Bethany's already saying, no, I want 90 days. I think 90 days is better. It's okay. If it takes 90 days, it still gets achieved, right? But my thing is, let's try to achieve it in 60. Because Because 60 is a lot easier than 90. So anyway, we're having fun with it. We're having fun with it. And it's cool. You know, I understand some people don't have the proper motivation in their household, or their spouse or their whoever's is still wanting to eat terrible foods and doesn't want to make a change with you. And that makes it even harder. So I'm very lucky that Bethany and I are on the same kind of track together. There's been times in our lives when we've been on different tracks. One of us is still drinking like a crazy alcoholic, and the other one wants to not drink at that time. It's very difficult for the one who wants to quit drinking at that time to not be influenced by the one that's still drinking alcohol, right? So we've been back and forth on that. Thankfully, both of us are on the same page with the alcohol pretty much now. And, you know, with the dieting and everything like that, it is much easier when you have some sort of a support system. So that's why Bethany and I are happy. If you guys don't have the proper support system around you, that hopefully Bethany and I can be that for you a little bit, you know? Feel more attractive throughout the day, you guys too. More active, not attractive. Sorry, I had trouble reading that one on my TV screen. It says, yes, ma'am. No, we feel more active throughout the day. You guys too? Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. It's tough to read these sometimes, especially in this lighting. As you can see, my garage doesn't have the greatest lighting ever. I got these old tube lights above me all the time. But yeah, so if you have something to hang on, guys, we're going to hang on the bar. And you can bend your legs like this if you like to do it bent and just bring your knees up to your chest. I like to do it with straight legs like this. Bust out 10 of those real quick. And I don't know how you guys deal with your bras all the time. Every time I wear a tank top like this, I'm always having to adjust it. You guys having to adjust your bras all the time as women? What a pain in the butt. What a pain in the butt. So it's working, guys, isn't it? So what happened here, if you really think about it, is Andy and NJ, and even Bethany, even though she's my wife and lives with me, Andy and NJ and Bethany started to get a little influenced because I was, okay? I have gotten this influence inside my own heart and soul that I wanted to get in better shape. And then I all of a sudden got it in my stupid head that I wanted to get six-pack abs like when I was a 19-year-old kid. All this crazy stuff in my head. But I'm willing to come down here and try it and test it. I'm willing to try this 60-day dieting thing, to be uncomfortable, to break my addictions, and try to push through these things to see if I can change and get better. And if I'm motivating you guys, that's all that counts. That's all that counts. And we're all making progress, which is just absolutely amazing. I'm so happy for everybody. You guys are feeling better, I'm sure. Can you guys feel it? I know NJ was hinting to that. Can you guys feel the change? Are you guys already starting to feel? I never look at myself from the back. That's weird. How funny. Never look at myself from the back ever. That's an interesting view. I'm getting a little wider up top. That's a good thing. But I sure could use some more back and shoulder exercises, can't I? All right, we're going to have to notate that. More back and shoulder exercises for sure. All right. For some reason, the full body exercises gets me more out of breath than anything, but we're talking about that consumption of the food. And what about the consumption of what's influencing us? What about the consumption of our brains each day? A lot of times that has most things to do with it. And here we are. You guys started consuming motivational information, maybe from me and other sources, but something got you to click and say, hey, I need to make a change. And we're doing it together. And it's only 60 days. And we change what we consume, and our body starts to change drastically, just like that. As long as we stick to that change consistently, it takes 21 days to make or break a habit. We're on 19 days right now of the challenge. So within the next 2 or 3 days, things should start to seem more normal to you. Body should start to come around. and not rely upon those addictions anymore. And it'll get easier to do. And isn't that a great thing? It's going to get easier, not more difficult, over the next 40 days. Woo. Oh, it feels good. For some reason, it ends up being the second or the third set of the day, usually, when my muscles activate and you start to feel your blood pump and it starts to get you going. And you break out of being so tired. Even when you wake up and you don't want to work out and you feel so tired and groggy, just get started. Once you get started and your blood gets flowing, your endorphins come up a little bit and you wake right up. So let's talk a little bit then about what we're consuming mentally. Because I'm always trying to relate physical fitness to financial fitness. I try to help motivate people to do both. Getting better physical fitness, getting better financial shape. Do you think that being in better financial shape has anything to do with what we consume? Question I got for you. If we can certainly see a direct relation to how our body can change so quickly when we're more conscious about what we consume. Well, what do you think happens with our minds, guys and gals? What do you think happens with our minds? Do you think what we consume consistently has something to do with how our brain grows or does not grow? Is any correlation to what we consume mentally and where we'll be in our near future when it comes to our well-being, our way of thinking, and our processes in what we're actually doing throughout our day? Those things change when our mindset changes. So as importantly as we need to worry about what we're consuming when we're on a diet to figure out how we can get our body to change, I really do believe that what we're consuming mentally also has a drastic effect on where we may be in the next few years of our lives financially. You guys see any correlation to that? I don't know if Bethany's still on here, but Bethany, I'm still in YouTube jail, obviously. So weird. I don't know what's going on, but they're not showing my YouTube to nobody. But anyways, you guys have gone silent on me. You're on there. Yeah, I'm not sure either what happened to the YouTube, but that's all right. If I have 2 people on here that I'm helping to influence, that is good enough for me. That is all I'm doing this for. So I do appreciate you guys showing up. Oh, look who finally decided to show up. We were just talking about you a little bit ago there, Dexter. What's up, buddy? We were just talking about you, Dexter. I said, man, Dexter used to be my biggest fan, man. He was like my first YouTube live guy along with Andy. And then he's been dissing lately, man. Dexter's been too busy out there running the world. He can't even come on to my live no more, man. No, it's good to see you, Dexter. Ooh, my bra's falling down again. Good to see you, Dex. You in town, buddy, or are you driving around? What part of town's the old Dexter in these days? Driving somewhere? I'm coming home to a place where I belong. All right, so you're on the way home, driving, coming back from driving. That's cool. Streeper and your other homie's been dissing me too, man. I don't know. I don't know why someone's message got held for review. Who was that? What was it? Oh, I don't know why. YouTube is so weird. They restricted that message from you, NJ. How bad are you? You're a terrible person. Laugh my ass off. Beth has to get me a sports bra. Yeah. Say the bigger these pecs get, man, I'm gonna have to get me a man pec bra. So funny. But it's so crazy, guys, that we don't realize. Have you guys figured this out yet? You don't even realize how bad your diet is until you switch it up. You really don't realize how bad all the stuff is that you're consuming until you purposefully make a switch up. And then, like we are hearing about with Andy and everybody, it's like, I feel hungry at the end of the night. Yeah, because you're in a calorie deficit. You're supposed to. And then these sugar addictions and these addictive foods that we've been eating consistently, you do it so much and we get so tied to it that your body doesn't overreact to it. So, you're kind of like dealing with the poisons all the time. When you start to clean those out of your body, you do have a reaction and your body does start to change. Now, the first 19 to 21 days are the most difficult. After that, it gets easier. It becomes a habit. Body gets more used to it and those kinds of things. Don't you think the same thing can happen with our mentality and our idea about money and how we're going to go about making money and all that stuff? You think your mind is like a muscle. And your mind is, obviously our brains are one of the most intelligent brains on the planet with any species. And so here we are poisoning our brains constantly all the time. And we don't even know that we're doing it. And so this intention to withdraw from real life, to disconnect, to get lost in something, this is fun sometimes, right? Occasionally, like it's fun sometimes to eat a donut, okay? But if you're eating donuts all day, every day, not good for your physical body. If you're consuming mindless and poor materials into your head all day long on a consistent basis, day after day after day, you get used to that too. And you don't know how decaying it is to one's intelligence level, really, okay? And so what I like to do sometimes is try to figure out what are we consuming mentally. So about 2 years ago or so, when I started to change physically, I also wanted to start to change mentally. And so when I was working out in this gym, like I am with you guys in the mornings, when I was working down here in this gym in the mornings, I was listening to educational content the whole time. I'd have my earbuds in, something up on this flat screen TV in the back, and I'd be listening to someone's financial podcast. I'd be listening to investing strategies. I'd be listening to all that. Yeah, look who showed up, right? Right, Andy? But that started to teach me about the world economy. It started to teach me about the fiat currency. It started to teach me about the banking system. I studied cryptocurrency investments. I've did a lot of stuff like that, guys. And it was amazing how quickly I started to change my mindset, my ability to understand things better about the economy, about where things are headed, because I was consuming the right information on a daily basis consistently for quite a long time. And then there was one I decided to start to go live here with you guys. And maybe I could shed some light on some things. And this all was designed to be a Q&A. So I thought I could jump on here and give some sort of a subject matter, and that I'd have tons of people on YouTube asking questions and being curious about it, and I could help coach people and all that. And of course, you've seen that that hasn't happened with this YouTube channel. But like I said earlier, if I'm helping a couple people, that's all that matters. And if I can help you guys to start consuming better foods, consuming cleaner water, being consumed with daily exercise, I know I'm helping y'all, but I'm just an old man trying to get in good shape. My expertise is not fitness. My expertise is not dieting. And I'm not a fitness influencer. And I'm not super jacked yet. I don't have perfect six-pack abs yet. But my point is, guys, my expertise is passive cash flow, financial freedom. That's what I'm actually good at. Some people may look at me and say, well, you seem like you're pretty good at fitness too. No, not really. But I am good with money now. I wasn't before. So thought I'd come on here, guys, and give you guys some financial pointers too for free, which was the point of all this. Nothing goes the way you think it should, but at the end of the day, the outcome is more important. And the outcome is I seem to be helping you guys, at least motivating you a little bit, changing your mindsets a little bit. And that's what this was all intended for. So I'm happy it's working. Maybe not to the level or volume I wish it would, but that's life. Maybe my six-pack is not going to show up as much as I wish in the 60-day six-pack challenge. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this channel didn't grow as fast as I wish. I'm not helping as many people as I wished, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not about the end result and being what you expected it to be. It's about changing lives. And I just did all of this to start changing my life. And my life has been changing for the better drastically over the last 2 years. And I think I could do that with you guys too. So what are you guys consuming now that we've kind of got over the fitness kick and the dieting kick? What are you guys consuming on a daily basis that is helping to mold your mind? If we eat too much junk, we know that it consumes our body and does bad things to us health-wise. Gains us weight, gets us heart disease, all this other stuff, right? So we know if we eat horribly over enough time, it'll kill us. Well, we can't see the brain. It's inside the skull. And so you can't see whether the brain is getting fat and out of shape or the brain is getting fit or buff. We can't see it. But I could definitely tell you that there's a direct correlation. If what you're consuming can change your physical body drastically and quickly and really do damage over time or do really good things for you over time with the right consistency with dieting, what you're putting in your body as far as your fuel. And then how are we fueling our minds? What kind of information are we taking in each day? What programs are we watching? How much time are we spending doing this, that, and the other? And are we actually getting better? Are we learning anything? Are we growing? Are we expanding our mind? Are we learning new things? Or are we going backwards? Are we being made dumber? Are we being programmed with stupidity? Good question. Well, I will tell you this. Television and Hollywood and these things were certainly not designed to open your spirit and make you smarter. Most things completely designed for reverse programming, making you dumber, and wasting your time. And if they can make us dumber and make us waste most of our hours throughout the day, they're winning. And you know who I mean when I say they. Someone keeps getting booted off, or maybe Andy or NJ or Dexter left. Not sure, or maybe my wifey did. I literally watch TV when I want to shut off. I don't go to TV for education. I want entertainment. That's exactly my point, my love. That's exactly my point, my love. What if people treated it a little bit differently, right? I literally eat food to feel comfort. I don't want to eat food for health. I eat food because it's what we need to eat to survive, and I like to eat foods that make me feel good and comfortable. And I like to eat until I'm full. That's what I like to do. Because, you see what I mean? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's a direct correlation. Now, whether we like this information or not, whether we agree with this information or not, or whether we're going to change our lives and try to act differently or not, that's up to the individual person. But it's just fact. If you shut off and don't think consciously about what you're eating, then you'll overeat. You'll eat too many calories. You'll definitely go for the cake, the donut, the Petersons, all that stuff. We know we'll do that because that's what we like to do. We like to disconnect from reality and go eat sweets and sugars and eat donuts and these kinds of things. Absolutely. That's physical body. That's physical body addiction and your physical body wanting to shut off from trying to do anything outside of its comfort zone. Same thing. And you sit down and watch a program for hours just only to disconnect, shut off, be entertained. Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. We have to start to think. We have to start to think a little bit more, right? Believe it or not, I can learn a lot more in an hour of watching and hearing something than I can in 1 hour of reading a book, sitting and reading. You can't read that much information that quickly. So I do agree with the screen, and I do agree with consuming information on a quick basis. But what are we consuming? That's the thing. What are we consuming? Is our consumption habit with our mind always Peterson's donuts? Good question. I don't know who has time these days in 2026 to like sit in the den or the library and open up pages of a book and sit and read it. No one does that anymore. That's why they have Audible. Whew. I listen to YouTube videos while I'm doing laps around the casino. Afterwards, all my attention goes to my daughter. Beautiful. Beautiful. Awesome. And I'm assuming the reason why you're listening to things is to fill your head with good thoughts, to fill your head with new information, to fill your head with nuggets, to fill your head with education, something that might even get you to make a new change in your life, something like that. Motivational, financial, economics, health, how to get better, okay? This is what we want to consume. If NJ's walking around listening to curse word rap music while she's doing this, if she's walking around listening to curse word rap music, it's filling her head with garbage. You understand? So she can walk around with her earbuds in and listen to whatever she wants to listen to. But what is NJ consuming, right? And some of my videos, let's go. I will say that I enjoy Naked and Afraid. I consider that education. Well, it is. See, that's a different thing, okay? A show like Naked and Afraid is also a way to disconnect and get lost in something and get involved with the characters of the show, and all of those things happen still with a show like Naked and Afraid. But if you watch enough Naked and Afraid, are you going to learn something? Are you going to learn something about catching a fish? Are you going to learn something about starting a fire? Are you going to learn something about building a shelter? And subliminally, even though you're not taking notes on how to build it, do you think if you ever got lost in the forest, you might think back to some Naked and Afraid episodes? Certainly. But we ain't going to go, back and resource The Handmaid's Tale in order for us to, to survive or anything like that. So you guys get it. You guys get it. Andy said he'll read a book. Well, Andy, you got more time and more quiet in your household than I do, my brother. If I tried to read a book, my 2-year-old come out and rip the pages out. So let's try, if we can, to do a little better on that too. Why not? I'm not going to give us a 60-day brain challenge. We're going to stick to the 60-day six-pack challenge because we've only got 40 days left. And 40 days, it's not a long time. 19 days went by pretty quick, didn't it, you guys? So we're going to have 40 days left starting tomorrow. 40 days of the 60-day six-pack challenge. But can we be conscious about what we're intending to sit down and consume mentally? What you guys consume can drastically depict where you are physically here real quickly. And let me just tell you something. Maybe I will do a mental challenge because I'm going to tell you this. You guys see how much change we've already started to see in our bodies in just 19 days? The right foods, the right workout program, the right thought process, the right motivation. Have we been able to change pretty good here in the last 19 days? Yes. We're already losing weight. Everybody's dropping pounds. It's all working. It's working as planned. What if we did the same thing mentally? Interesting thought process, isn't it? What if we did a 60-day mental challenge? I'm not going to do it now, but maybe someday in the future, I challenge people to do a 60-day mental challenge. And let's say every single day, we decided not to consume any garbage for 60 days. What if? What if every time you turned on your phone, every time you turn on your TV, every time you turn on Audible, whatever it may be, it's going to be you're consuming something for a purpose. And what if you did that and made a 60-day mental consumption challenge? Do you think that the same things would happen for your life, for your mindset, for your direction in life as what's happening with our health? I can promise you the answer is yes. And that's what's interesting about it. And that's why I'm always correlating physical and financial fitness. It's not that hard to get fit, guys. You just have to do it. It's not that hard to build wealth and financial freedom. You just have to do it. It takes a mental commitment. It takes learning new things from other people. Like we're saying, learning new exercises to do, learning new foods to eat, learning a new app so that you can manage your calories. All these good things, guys. I'm teaching you guys all of this. I'm not even a fitness guy. You see what I'm saying? So what if I was able to really help and start to teach you guys to change mindset and to understand that you can change your financial fitness just like you can change your physical fitness, okay? And right now, we're not going to get into the financial side much because I really want us to hit the 60-day six-pack challenge. I just want to motivate us to stay on track, consume the right foods, stay on this caloric intake, stay a little bit hungry at night, Andy, and let's get through this, continue doing our workouts 5 days a week. Let's keep each other motivated. Let's get through it because I can't wait to see what all of our results are at the 60th day and see how this compounding effect and how our body's metabolism and everything really starts to change. And boy, we saw a little bit of change in the very first week when we were just starting to get our body acclimated to change. Now the second and 2.5 weeks now, whatever, 3 weeks now, 2.5 weeks, now people are starting to lose weight, feel better. It's happening, guys, right? And by day 60, where will we be? That's going to be so fun to figure out where we're all at, okay? And the other portion of that, guys, is, of course, if you start to consume better things mentally, you start to educate yourself, you start to learn new things, you start to take new direction financially, of course, the change will start to happen again. The first week, nothing. The second week, third week, maybe you start to feel different or think different. But over time, things start to compound. And just like you will start to lose weight, you will start to gain money. Okay? So, it's all about physical and financial fitness with me, you guys. I'm going to be signing off. I'm going to go continue this workout, get it done. And I'll be playing golf late this afternoon. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Bless you guys, bless your families and all that. Stick to the diet over the weekend. Weekend is when the alcohol comes into play. Weekend is when you get influenced by others. Weekend is when the treats are more readily available. So let's stick to our diet. We'll be back here on Monday. And we're going to keep doing this thing, guys. When we come back on Monday, it's 19 today. So you got 20, 21, 20. So it'll be the 22nd day on Monday. It'll be day 22 of the 60-day challenge. So let's push hard through the weekend. I don't do much lifting or working out in the gym over the weekend. I do play golf in a tournament on Saturday morning. So I'm playing my warm-up round, get all polished up today out on the golf course and try to head into tomorrow morning's golf tournament ready to go, okay? So stick to your diet this weekend. Stick to your motivations. Know that it's working, right? We're seeing that everybody, myself, Bethany, NJ, everybody, it's working. It's working. So let's keep it going. I can't wait to see where we're all at day 60 and what kind of results we've been able to achieve, how much better we feel, and we can all kind of laugh our way to the bank at that time, right? All these people that were too afraid, too scared, too lazy, too many excuses to even try to do some sort of a 60-day health challenge, okay? But we're doing it, and we're going to see the results, and everybody else out there is going to be jealous. What have you been doing? Damn, you're looking good. Dang, you've been losing weight. Hey, you've been hitting the gym. Hey, wow. That's going to start happening. I promise you, after day 60, it's going to feel real good. And what about when we start to mold each other financially? Over this next year, I'm going to try to continue to help you guys think differently, make some new moves. Wouldn't it be interesting that at, this time next year, people also look at you different financially? What have you been doing? What's this side gig you're working on? Damn, that's a nice new car you got. How are you doing this? That'll be good, won't it? So let's continue to push ourselves physically and financially. And I will see you guys here on Monday. And we're going to do it again and again and again and again. And we'll find out where we're at the end of 60 days. Love y'all. We'll see you guys later.